Master numbers, for those of you out there who know what master numbers are all about, in terms of numerology and divination of numbers, I have come to the realization, whether it's an epiphany or not, for those of you out there, I've come to the realization that master numbers are alchemical. They're all to do with alchemy. And so, if you do receive master numbers frequently, or you have that conscious feeling that you are receiving or witnessing or noticing master numbers on a more frequent than usual basis, then you can say that you are ready to practice alchemy. And if you don't know what alchemy is basically transmutation. So all the master numbers you look at, be it 11, 22, 33, 44, even they'll say 55, I'm sure 66, anything up to 99 really, any double or triple or quadruple digit number, that's the exact same number recurring, you'll find that they all share in common transmutation. It's all about transmuting oneself, understanding the duality of things, understanding the duality of God, this whole yin yang, left, right, up, down, on, off, good, bad. That duality, it becomes sort of blurred. When you get to the stage where you're receiving master numbers, your sense of duality is not as polarized as the typical human being. It becomes much more blurred. Even gender, male, female, things like sexuality, all those things you start questioning whether there is actually a root base in the dogmatics that we have all become accustomed to in our lives up until the point of your consciousness. So I can't obviously break down each master number and the meaning because I don't know too much in regards to the meaning. I have received 3 master numbers myself. The first was number 22, which I received in a dream. That was a very profound, beautiful dream I had earlier this year. And I know with number 22, it's the master builder. So if you like, it's a transmutation of the number 4. It's a higher degree of the 4 energy. So where 4 is the builder and the perseverer, number 22, which 2 plus 2 equals 4, number 22 is the master builder. So one that revolutionizes something on this plane, someone that leaves something meaningful behind when they leave carnally. So that's the first master number I really became aware of through my dream. The second one obviously is number 11, and obviously all the master numbers, as I said, they are linked because they are all alchemical. And so with the number 11, of course, you've got you've got number 11 is ascension, the gateway. Just picture the number 11 as 2 gates. It's a portal. It's the entrance to the temple. And of course, if you want to go with the logic I just used with the number 22 being a transmutation of the base number, you can say that 11 is a transmutation of the energy of 2, because 1 plus 1 equals 2. And 2 is the number of partnership. So 11 is a transmutation of 2. So it's the number 2 on steroids, basically. And that is, you have a partnership now with higher entities, with the higher forces, the higher dimensions. That's the initiation. So initiating. What is initiating? Initiating is the coming together of more than one. So that's where you have the number 11. So that is a very important number, of course. And I'm guessing from what I've seen around that most people start to receive the number 11 first of all. 11 equals 4. So I can say, as in my previous video months ago, that me seeing the number 22 in my dream, I saw the number 11, right? Because it all adds up to the same base number 4, but they're just elevations of that base number. So that's what I'm going to also say. Any master number is a transmutation of its base number. So for example, if we were talking about the number 33, which is the latest master number that I've come across recently. The number 33, 3 plus 3 equals 6. 6 is the number of communication, the number of relationships, family, the home. So it's all about connections. And 33, they will say, as a master number, is all about communication and effective communication, communication that integrates everyone and everything. So when you do see the patterns, you do get the idea. And even going by that logic, somebody out there can correct me if I'm wrong. But remember, my truth, your truth, your truth. Going by the logic I've just used for those three previous numbers, I can then go into 44 and say, okay, 44 as a master number. What does that mean? Well, let's look at the base number. 4 plus 4 equals 8. 8 is the number of infinity. It's the number of manifestation, particularly manifestation on the material as well as the spiritual plane. Because remember, the material plane, as I hear, only exists to serve the spiritual, because life is gym for the soul. So if you're talking about the master number 44, you will say that is a transmutation of the number 8. So number 8 on steroids. So whatever that manifestation may be, you'll find that it is very spiritual. It's more than the surface when it comes to number 44. That's the number of, so I'll say number 44 is the master number of manifestation. That's when you are one with the masters, let's say. So that is very interesting for me. The fact that you have, and remember, alchemy, if you break down the words, because it's very important to break down words, and that's something you'll find you'll be doing more often as you become more and more aware as the days go by. You'll start breaking down things more, even words. Alchemy. Al, as in God. Remember, the Muslims even call their God Allah, A-L. So al, as in God or higher, and then chemi, Chemy, as in chemist, chemicals. So it's all about transmuting things. They will use the analogy of transmuting lower metals into gold, for example. But when we talk about alchemy here, we're talking about transmuting the good and the bad. So making the best out of everything, be it a good situation or a bad situation. You see the bigger picture and you see things that other people may not see, so therefore you can manipulate the ethers more. That's alchemy. When you're practicing alchemy, you're a master, and each of those master numbers that present themselves to you are an aspect of that mastery, of that transmutation. So you're being told by the universe, whether you're aware of it or not, that you are ready to practice alchemy. That is, you are ready to become a master of the matrix. You are ready to become a manipulator. You are ready to understand the blur that is duality. So that is it, folks. Always remember, when you come across a master number, add the two numbers or the three numbers together to get like some sort of base number, and then you can work it out from there. Divination and interpretation of things, particularly these disciplines such as numerology, are far more simple than you would think on the surface. And it's all about becoming unassuming and opening yourself up to that discipline. And you'll find it just all comes to you like that. Like I have literally made that revelation in regards to master numbers while making this video. It's not something that you have to be privy to, or a secret society thing like people like to believe. It's just about you being keen and interested, and you'll find out that there's so many things you can know and learn. And remember, to know is to have power. So in being a master, in acquiring the mastery of whatever aspect in this matrix you do, you know more than others. But it's not that you know more than others because you're more special. You simply wanted to know and you knew. And everybody has that potential. So remember, when you come across master numbers, you are being invited. You can accept the invitation, that is being conscious and going through the journey, or you can decline the invitation. Remember, in the Matrix, they make an offer. There is no force in this universe. It's all about initiation. It's all about reciprocation. So they will initiate. They, remember, it can be up to you what you define as they can initiate, and then you can reciprocate, you can respond. Remember, they say that a contract is made up of three things: an offer, an acceptance, and a consideration. Consideration is another term for payment. So when the universe makes an offer to you, i.e., giving you a first mastery task, you can accept it. When you accept it, you will get your payment. The universe will get its payment. It's a benefit. It's a mutually beneficial thing. This is the universe. And once people start tapping into that awareness and knowledge, and they accept it with their hearts, there's no reason why you cannot be abundant. So that's the master numbers for you.